Thunderstruck leaks have begun, and I think it's that annual time of year. I think we can call it annual at this point of, hey, maybe our first good promo comes out soon. That's what it feels like with Thunderstruck. Last year, it was a very good promo, so hopefully we get that again this year. There's also a ton of other card designs leaked. Winter Wildcards now, I think has been kind of leaked for a while, but it's, I think, been confirmed now. We'll talk about that. And there's like 5 other designs leaked that we'll go through and kind of discuss today about what things might look like for the future here. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. There will be a link in the description. They are the cheapest and safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. But okay, thank you all for being here. Of course, we got a change in player picks, which I'm sure most of you have seen by now, but if you haven't, we'll talk about that in a sec. I'm going to talk about Aubameyang first, because we did get Aubameyang today, plus we got player picks, plus some good XP. So today kind of felt like a pretty great content day, except once again, I'm going to talk about the flaws in it. But Aubameyang came out about 150k or so is the price on him, and the links are very difficult for him for sure, but the card itself is very, very good. I mean, the pace is there. Finesse Shot Plus is very hard to find, along with Poacher Plus Plus as well, which is, I'm telling you, the best one by far for strikers. So it's definitely like, I'm going to be a very good player for you. Of course, he's missing some play styles, like no real dribbling ones, but you kind of know the role Aubameyang's going to play for you. Run, fast, shoot, score is kind of his role. But I wanted to talk about player picks next because we got this new change today, and people were saying, oh my god, you know, what's the point in this change? Let's go and talk about what the change is. Oh wait, before we even do that, I'm going to open a hero pack today, by the way. Yeah, base hero pack at the end of the video if you guys want to stick around for that. So what is this change to player picks? Well, the change was just a change in basically the opening animation of it. If we play it here, you kind of can reveal all the cards individually now rather than them all kind of popping open at once, right? So press X to reveal all of them. If you press triangle or Y, they will just all reveal at once, like the old system, but this allows you to kind of reveal all of them at once. Some were saying that this is going to be awesome. Some were saying like, oh, this is terrible. It's a new low because now it's going to be so slow for you to open all of them, which it doesn't say down here, but you can open them all at once with triangle. So like, it doesn't really change the speed of them. That's it. It's basically just a new pack opening animation. It got people asking though, you know, what is the point in this change, right? Look at the top comment here on this Reddit post. It really does highlight just how fucking out of touch they really are. Adding pointless shit that makes it worse when my menus crash every 15 minutes. Cool for icon player picks maybe, but when I'm getting 83s, I don't want to take 15 minutes to open 10 picks. I don't think he knew you could just press triangle to skip all of them, but I was seeing the sentiment a lot actually, the adding pointless shit. This is not pointless shit to EA in the slightest bit. This is completely a welcome to the casino, psychologically driven addition to this game. This was well thought out. This is going to clearly probably give people more of some sort of rush when opening a player pick, right? Seeing all of them individually, it's like 3 pops of the dopamine or whatever. Of course, I'm just speculating about this, but to me, this is very much so calculated, and this is going to psychologically hopefully entice you to open more player picks in EA's eyes, right? This is not a pointless change. This is definitely probably one of the more, I guess, I wouldn't say important changes of the year to them, but something they've definitely wanted to add for a while, probably, just to make it more enticing to open all of these, right? So it may seem very pointless to us, but in EA's eyes, it's not going to be pointless at all. Can I remind you once again, if you're new around here, please don't form a gambling addiction playing this game and ruin your life for the next 25 years, especially if you're under 18 and your brain's not fully developed at all. But okay, on to the leaks and news part of the video. Thunderstruck is returning. New cards just added, easily the best promo of FC24. We got the base Thunderstruck design, which, of course, the Thunderstruck design last year was great. EA knocked it out of the park again this year. It looks fantastic. And we also got the Thunderstruck icon design. Looks very similar to last year, but this does confirm as well, icons will be back. We figured that, but yeah, usually my excitement level for a promo is like 0 out of 100. This one's like 3 out of 100 for me, because there was at least a menu grind last year, and it was like worth it to open packs and do shit on the game. So if we can get that again, that would be kind of cool. But I am worried a little bit that we will get okay content for Thunderstruck, and people and creators will hype the shit out of it because it will just be better than what we've had. Because, for example, I mean, I know it's a cynical take, but hear me out for a sec. We got player picks today, and this was the only tweet that came into my mind. Like, people were literally hyping up the player picks so much today. This video reminded me of what, like, people and creators are doing to try and, like, hype up the littlest bit of content on this game right now, because we're just dealing with the literal scraps from what we used to deal with. And we get back to the news news and stuff in a sec, but, you know, this tweet, 77 plus player picks coming today. This changes everything. And then we get them, of course, and they really do help with fodder. Like, they do. That's objectively better than what we had. Where are you getting the commons from, guys? We have the same problem we did before. The commons are not being found anywhere. Good luck getting them. So I can't blame people for wanting to be excited about certain content being released because we haven't had anything really to be excited about. So I can't blame them for that, but just we need to keep our standards high when it's like, take all the stuff away, and then we're so happy when we get one sliver of what we used to get. We shouldn't be so happy about that, right? But of course, what do you guys think? That's just my opinion in all of this. Here we go. The Thunderstruck and the Thunderstruck icon designs were leaked. We also got winter wildcards and winter wildcards icons too. And if we look at the new tab here, let's look at this, you know, more blown up. The card designs look great. Okay, they look great in pretty much every promo that comes out. My tinfoil hat theory is they put a lot of effort and thought and money in resources into the card designs because they probably think that's one of the most important things to why a promo sells well, is probably the card designs, because they all look great. FC Pro Live is this one, by the way, right here. I think we saw that one already in the video, I want to say, but that's coming out sometime soon. Winter wildcards won't be for another few weeks now after Thunderstruck, but this card design, I like the more green aspect. It's been very like dark greenish and kind of bland a bit for the last couple of years, but this looks much better to me, and the icons are there as well. And I would love to hop on after Thunderstruck promo comes out and praise them, right? Like, say how good the content is. I know if you're new around here, you're probably like, that's bullshit, I don't believe you, but I swear that's the truth. But I also want us to keep our standards high and keep them just to even from last year's standards, right? Like, if better content comes out, better content than just say the past few promos, is that really up to the standard of even like last year's content? That's what we'll see when these promos come out. But that's kind of what my point is, just let's keep our standards high, okay? We deserve it. They make billions off of us, off of you and your hard-earned money, and we deserve better. Okay, we had two more new card designs coming to FC25 here, and they both look very similar to each other. One is kind of this purple and green, which I think looks really cool, and then this one's more of like a pink and red. And also related to this, there were two more designs that looked very similar, one just being a red design, like a red version of that card. You can see that all three of them look, I think they're identical, right? They're just different colors. And then we have one more as well that is yellow. So we have 4 different card designs there added as well. So we're up to like 10. I think we're over 10 card designs now. There was speculation on what all these different card designs could be, and their replies is like fire and ice, which you guys might be colorblind, but League SBCs was a question mark, saying like different leagues could equal different colors, season pass cosmetics or something like that. My guess would be cosmetics. If they're the exact same design, it's probably some sort of cosmetic, would be my guess there. The designs have been leaked. They're not in the code. Usually when they're in the code, you can tell what they are, like what their name is, but these are just like leaks, I think, from an EA employee or something like that. There is a difference between the two, but also it leans to me to be a cosmetic because I see this red and green part there, like a Christmas sort of cosmetic type thing. There's one more card design that is slightly different than the other one. There's this green one that does look a little different. I'm not sure if it's like a graphic design error. There's this one and there's this one, right? This is like what the other ones looked like. This part is a little different, right? So I don't know if that is on purpose or on accident. There's also this green design leak too. Just want to show you guys that. But okay, moving on. Black Friday promo started on Wednesday last year. 9 days to go with the market down emojis, and the market continues to go down every day at this point. I want to talk about this tweet because Teddy down here says, I'm losing so many coins on my cards. Please tell me when compensation is. An update on compensation. I'm pretty sure it's not coming out. I would be stunned if it is, but you know, and also I'm not saying I know more about trading than these guys do. These guys are like multi-millionaire traders. They're like professionals at this shit, right? But I feel like we could have seen this coming really easily. When the gameplay sucks ass and people are not playing the game as much, people are more market savvy every year with Black Friday, and they know a crash is coming. Of course, it's going to go down sooner. I was seeing people on Twitter be like, oh my God, it's happening so soon this year. I can't believe it. Like, well, the gameplay sucks. So people are going to use untradeable teams and not even play as much until at least Black Friday comes out. So if you sold when we talked about it, then you probably made a shit ton of coins. So hey, I do give good advice once in a while. Okay, on to your comments now. Exclusive 14, I strongly believe that if that quote-unquote League SBC wasn't only here for 10 days, there would be less of an issue, but as it is, all the rare clubs for the SBC are extinct or 5k max bin. It really seems like EA just never think through shit before releasing it. Like, surely someone at EA said only 10 days, genuine incompetence. And yeah, it's hard to say if it is incompetence or if they thought about it and was like, okay, well, yes, we're going to make these cards very expensive and that's going to up the price price of stuff, and people will end up, you know, losing more coins because they want to open that tradable mega pack. They'll be willing to spend more coins on those random Liga and Team Silver cards as like a way to kind of like drain the market of coins. Or was it just like incompetence? They didn't really think twice about it. I don't know. It's so hard to say because I think there is shit in this game that is very malicious, but there is shit in this game too that legitimately is purely incompetence and like no thought process at all. So picking through that and finding out which ones are which is very hard to do that. But in this case, I probably would say that it more was, yeah, incompetence than like malicious, I would say. But of course, no way to actually know that. Man C says eafc is 50% off right now. Might as well be a freebie. Yeah, if you guys didn't know that, if you don't have this game yet, it's 50% off already, which once again, I'm pretty sure it's like Black Friday time is usually the first sale. There was a sale earlier this year, or I think it was specifically targeted at returning customers or trying to get you to be a returning customer. But usually it's around this time to the first sale. Maybe it's a little bit earlier this year, then it's, you know, it's not Black Friday yet. We're still 9-10 days away from Black Friday at this point. So you might say it was a little earlier this year. Maybe it's an indication of, you know, sales going down, but I don't know if there's any real way of knowing. Llamaland says FIFA 17 would have been 8 years ago, as you first said. Movember promo would have been in November 2016. Decline in this game has been steady and relentless. When you put it that way, November 2016, probably better content, you would say. We definitely had it in 2019. Like, that's not a debate. FIFA 17's kind of a debate on better content. I would say in November 2018, we had far, far better content than we have right now, which just shows you that they knew they fucked up when they gave us that good of content, that much of a worthy menu grind that still took hours and hours and hours, by the way. So it wasn't just like, oh, hop on 30 minutes, your team's like worth 5 mil. This was, if you grind 10 hours a day, you could actually go up to your team being worth 5 mil. Like, you actually could do that. If you know life the game on the menus, you could get a really, really good team. And I'm talking, you know, icons, high-end icons, right? If you know life the menus for 3 months. That was too much. If that's too much, there will never be anything ever close to that coming back to me in terms of like just strictly FIFA 19. We can hope for better content than we have now, but FIFA 19 level content, no. That's that menu grind. That stuff is that grind. That's dead in the water, gone, dead and buried. FUT Economist came in and said, well, you see, I'm a free-to-play player. I know how to do this, and I can help you guys out. You want to fuck with them? I got you. I have no proof of that, by the way. It's pure speculation, okay? If you're seeing this FUT Economist, don't sue me. You might be trying to help, okay? Just, it doesn't look good in the outside. It doesn't look good. Tygon Sams, looks like the DDA conspiracy preachers have been actually right. Imagine. And the thing with that is, like, the DDA stuff is that if anytime there's any glitch or weird mechanic going on that's found in the game, like, you can just attribute it under the umbrella of DDA and be like, see, the DDA's leaking through. It's like, well, we don't know if that's the case at all. It's just speculation. Like I said before, but if you're new around here, my take on DDA, like my individual take, is that if it's in the game, it's unintentional and like they don't even realize it's in there, or the DDA is just not in the game and we just have awful coded gameplay, like just some of the worst legacy code compounded dog shit gameplay you can imagine. I don't think it's intentional, but I will say, of all companies to believe in a conspiracy about, saying that like, oh, this is definitely intentional, it's implemented in the game to drive you to more microtransactions, Electronic Arts would be the one company I would say, yeah, I believe it. So it's like, I know I'm fence sitting there, but honestly, I don't think it's intentionally in the game. But if it was, this would be the company that would do it. So, okay, let's do it. We're on the PC account. So this is the account I play on. So let's hopefully get something half decent in this hero upgrade here. That would be very nice. And let's see. I think, what did we get? Peter Crouch in our last one, I think. Left back, France. It's a duplicate. Oh, it's not. Okay, it's Bompastor, which doesn't help me. It's not duplicate Lizarazu, but Bompastor, I can't play her anywhere either. So I now have 2 left backs, which great. I don't know. Yeah, this is like actually maybe worst case scenario other than the duplicate. And she's 70k, so who gives a fuck anyway? Okay, that sucked. Thank y'all for being here though. I love you all. 6 for zone. Peace.